I want to talk with you today about what you can receive under workers' comp and what you can generally expect when it comes to payment. You know, sure, you want your medical bills paid for, and typically that's part of the deal. You want all sorts of things done, but what you really are going to need is some cash. You're going to need the money right then and there. You're not going to work. You're not drawing your paycheck. They don't have to pay you for the first 3 days, but at day number 4, when you can't work due to doctor's orders, not because you just feel like it, because the workers' comp doctor took you off, not your doctor, their doctor took you off, they have to pay you. What do they have to pay you? They have to pay you 2/3 of your average weekly wage. What that means is they go back over the 52 weeks prior to the date of injury and they average your pay. They also throw in fringe benefits, like if they paid your insurance and they're not paying it, they got to average that in too. So you're entitled to 52 weeks of your average weekly wage. That's your payment while you recover. And that's called temporary total disability benefits. In other words, you know, if you get injured temporarily, you're totally disabled, and while you recover, they pay you. Now, there's a couple of tricks to this, and first is it's not taxed. Secondly, it's not as much as you would hope it would be ever. So you're tight, your money's tight, you're on a string, you're on a budget. You're not getting as much money as you used to get. They're not going to include certain provisions. They're going to pay you for mileage if you keep up with it and turn it in, but you're not going to have as much money as you had when you were working. They do that for 2 reasons. One, to give you an incentive to go back to work, and number 2, the system's been abused to the point where you can't sue them if they get it wrong. So if they underpay you, there's nothing you can do about it. Not one thing until the end of the case. But during the period of time when you can't afford to buy anything but beans, there's nothing you can do about it but complain. So they're going to pay you irregularly. They're going to hold your payment sometimes. They're going to pay you late. But let me tell you what to look out for, and this is why I'm here. This is where I've seen down the road that you may not have seen, and that's this. When the doctor says, hey, I'm going to schedule you for an FCE, and you may not know what that is. When I schedule you for a functional capacity evaluation, I'm going to let you go. I think I've done all I can do for you. Come back if you need to see me, but this will be our last appointment until then. When the doctor says something very gentle like that, even the doctor doesn't know. That day, at that point in time, your payments are cut off. So they've been rough with your payments. Maybe they're supposed to come on Monday, sometimes Friday. Well, you go to the mailbox every day and you look for that payment, but it's been late before. So what happens? You wait a week and then you pick up the phone, you call the adjuster. Well, you won't get the adjuster on the phone that day because you need the money. A week later, when you get the adjuster on the phone, you're broke. And they tell you then, oh, we don't have to pay anymore. The doctor cut you loose. We don't have to pay you for months until we settle. Would you like to settle? Because it'll be cheap. So be prepared for that, and don't let them take advantage of you financially simply because you don't have any money. Expect for them to cut your payments off when it ends. They will, they're supposed to, and they're going to. So expect that day to come.